We want to get back now to KTVU South Bay reporter Jesse Gary, who has been continuing to monitor the latest developments at the scene of today's mass shooting. Jesse, what more are you learning?
Alex, good afternoon again to you. Right now, bomb-sniffing dogs are working their way through this massive VTA site, making sure it is clear before investigators can get in and do their work. Prior to that, though, the first responders, the first people who were on the scene after the shots were reported, ran directly to the scene to neutralize the shooter. I'm joined by Sheriff Laurie-Smith, longtime incumbent sheriff of Santa Clara County. And you had spoke earlier this afternoon and today about the bravery of the deputies who were first on the scene. They get the call, active shooter, and they do what?
They run into the building from where the shots are being fired. When our team got there, along with San Jose, we went into the building, and when they're in the building, the shots are still being fired. They were then able to locate the suspect.
Did any deputies, shoot at the suspect, or did the suspect realize it was game over?
The suspect took his life when he first saw the deputies, and there was no gunfire by any law enforcement.
It's got to be a tough scene for those deputies, though, to walk into.
You know, it is, but they are doing their job. They're doing what they were trained to do. They're heroic in my mind. I believe because they were able to confront the suspect that many lives were saved. It's a horrible, tragic incident, but this is what we're trained for. This is what they do, and I'm proud of them.
You talked about the active shooter training that you've done the past couple of years for moments like this, and I spoke to the chief of the fire department, San Jose Fire Department, who said, it's a call we never want to get. However, when that call comes, the training is good to have.
Yes, the sheriff's office started active shooter training a couple of years ago, where we trained with all the law enforcement and the fire departments, because what would happen in the past is if there was an active shooter, fire would stay away until the whole scene was contained and there was no more risk. Fire now is outfitted with ballistic vests, and they go into the warm area so they can render aid. And it's something that we do in Santa Clara County, and it worked well this time, and it was tested, and it's a tragic incident, but I'm proud of the men and women who risked their lives that I believe actually saved others.
You spoke earlier about the victims. Unfortunately, eight people, souls who were just going to work.
Yes.
Who got killed. Their families are going to be grieving.
Yeah, I've talked to some of the family members now. In fact, some are family members of some of our deputies, and it's tragic. We're in the process of identifying the victims right now, because there still are 6 victims in 2 of the buildings over there. When they're identified, the coroner will make the death notifications, and yes, it's very, very tough for them.
What can you possibly say?
It's a tragic incident. My heart goes out to all of the victims, to their friends, to their families, and I appreciate what law enforcement does every day.
Sheriff, if there's any change throughout the day, hopefully we'll get, because we have 10 o'clock news, etc.
You're first on my list. So.
Sheriff, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Sheriff Laurie-Smith, Santa Clara County, longtime incumbent sheriff. Again, as she said, there are still bodies inside the VTA facility, which is off to my left. It's a yard used to both house and repair VTA light rail trains. 6 of the victims, their bodies are still there, and they're sending in both robots and bomb-sniffing dogs to detect any type of explosive materials. The reason, one dog got a hit earlier today of some type of explosive material and suspicious device. That activated the bomb squad, and now they're going to search the entire area. They're not saying exactly how large the area is as far as square footage, but they do say they come across a device. They don't know what it is, and it's difficult. The dog, they can't really ascertain from the dog's actions. They may have to either bring in a robot, they may have to x-ray it. So that could slow down the process. So this process of making sure the site is safe could stretch on into the evening hours before investigators can get in, before the coroner's office can come in, do their work, and then remove the remains. Guys.
Yeah, the potential for there being explosives at that facility obviously is slowing down this investigation and just complicating it in a really significant way. All right, KTVU South Bay reporter Jesse Gary, we appreciate the update from where you are.